today, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins taking on Daniel Jones and the New York Giants.
Well, much of the country is struggling under cold temps and some of that white stuff. No such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the sight of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we are ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the New York Giants. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They've handled all comers through the first 3 months, a perfect 12-0.
Yeah, they're 3/4 of the way to a perfect season, and now is where it really starts to get into your mind. We'll see if it affects their play in any way.
This taken in at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Giants ready to go to work on offense, and leading them out, their third-year quarterback from Duke, Daniel Jones. On first down, Jones. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing, Jones. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. For Golladay, you take a look at the numbers from last week. 5 catches, 67 yards.
You think the head coach and the offensive coordinator are able to pull the earplugs out now? Because all week, all they heard was, you know, Coach, they can't guard the pass at all. I mean, they're next to last in the league. Let's throw it on every down.
Yeah, last week we saw the numbers. This week going against 2nd to last in the pass defense area. Good for him. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Barkley, a first down and more, escapes the defender. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 9. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run with Booker. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try Booker again. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. Now Jones. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
After what we saw last week, over 400 yards passing, the obvious thing is to go talk to him. I want to talk to his receivers, and boy, were they enthusiastic about what happened then, and they can't wait for this week's game.
He was hitting them outside, over the middle, everywhere, and for his efforts, of course, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The numbers for Bell on the ground in the game last week. 17 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown. From the 27, Tua. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Dolphins on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches in.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
From the 25 on second down, Tua. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
On second down now, it's Bell. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He wanted that end zone. Powerful running, but he couldn't quite get there.
And that's going to really make him upset. And right now, there's no way he's letting a coach take him out of the game. He's going to want the ball again.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Another try after the first down sack. Tua rolling to his right. Fighting, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Dolphins lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deep.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Justin Coleman. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
On 2nd and goal, Tua. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his 2nd TD in the game and 18th of the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again. So with the 3 interceptions, how does he erase those from his mind and just focus on this drive?
I think he may need some help from the coaching staff. Maybe the offensive coordinator says, okay, let's do it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
To throw again on second down. Jones, and he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Back to throw. Jones, open target here, Darius Slayton. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They go play action here on 1st down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaken up on the play. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
21-0 our score after 1. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Von Miller has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. And Gano's kick is right through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they do come up with their first points of the game, but Charles, the question is going to shift to their defense.
Yeah, the way things have gone, 3 points could become insignificant fast if this grows to 28-3 or 35-3. They need this defense to come up with a stop, and they need to do it now.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30, up to the 33. And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Escaping the pressure right. Room to run past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Flush to his right. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Play action, now it's Tua. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe
that is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here this first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. And Justin Coleman brings him down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. A handoff to Barkley. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
And they'll get this down to the 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Jones now throwing on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Gano's kick is good. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation,
time constraints. We fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Tua now on first down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
This dumbass, oh my God.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa.
That's not true. We can still try out.
Flushed out right.
Yeah, not in the summer. Maybe like a week to be able to try.
Touchdown, Dolphins.
Oh, that's not good because they're gonna do 2 plays.
His 10th touchdown of the season, and the Dolphins just continue to pour it on.
I went to the school today and I was like, all right, I'm ready to play for the summer camp.
And that will extend this big lead.
Yes, dude, I've been to the school so many times, like in the office. I'm pretty sure the office already knows my face once I walk in. Anyways, so I go in and I find out that, oh wait, this camp ends in like 2 days. So tomorrow and the day after that, and there's nothing for the whole next week. And then we have official practice.
Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their
I'm
next
like,
drive.
I'm not spending $90
right now
for
just
2 days.
ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds.
Didn't you say your dad didn't want you playing football?
And I think that's what they're looking for. right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped it.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this returnable for Hill.
That's way worse than
a nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Miami's offense set and ready to go.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play you would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25. Yard lines are the same result. Opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more...
Oh, shit. Wrong over.
What I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Looking for Hill again. This time it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he's got this down to the 35.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. Meanwhile, Jones' throw here taking
my dumbass.
Result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones, catch made by Slayton. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Jones on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
3rd quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. Finds his tight end Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
This ball complete. Jones to Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. On first down, Barkley. And he's taken down inside the 30.
79 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. They get to it back at the 40. Tony Jefferson in there to bury him for a loss of 11. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And Godot's kick is right through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for Miami.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up four fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first three quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Second down and goal. Tua escaping the pressure right. This is caught. Touchdown. Trey Burton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead will swell by one more. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. A well-executed safety blitz by Tony Jefferson leads to the sack.
And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And I notice you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
The Giants on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is third down and 12. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Gets past one man. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's fourth down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for New York. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Seven yards on the return after a punt of 39. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I want him out. They tend to leave him in.
And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long third down. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Here's Michael Pilardi now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. There's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Bell. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants 16. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Tua. Completes it to the tight end, Burton. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Tony Jefferson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. picked up by Xavier Howard. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Miami, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's an